What's up, you guys? It's Justin from Justin Uncaged, and in this video, we're going to talk about the truth behind MGK's diss video towards Conor McGregor, because it seems like the entire world is attacking Conor right now, and I'm one of the few people that want to still stand up for this guy, a living legend, and it seems like everybody's hating on him and saying a lot of crazy, wild stuff, including MGK, who went on a crazy rant diss track video the other day on TikTok or Twitter, and it went pretty viral. So he had a lot of claims, a lot of accusations in the video, and I want to actually break them down and figure out if there's any real truth, any reality behind what he's saying. So let's dive into what he said and break it down from there.
I did a post yesterday, and I should probably apologize for absolutely nothing, homie. Fuck this dude. That's how beef works. We don't like each other. Everyone's saying, "Oh, you commented on his age. He's only 1 year older than you about his knees." Hey, guess what? We don't age the same. My knees are awesome. Oh, you wouldn't say it to his face? I already did. That's why a picture exists of this little leprechaun punching up and missing me and me not flinching. Where the fuck is the rest of the footage where we toss this little guy like a piece of dirty drawers across the red carpet? That's why all the footage starts with him far away. Buddy, you look like a drunk, ugly extra in a Sherlock Holmes movie. What in the 1934 am I looking at? Fix your face. Holy shit. Oh, that's me. Why are you kicking him while he's down? Dude, fuck this guy when he's down, up, sideways, asleep, while I'm peeing. Sorry. Fuck him. What in the fuck, Liddell, happened to the landing strip on your head? Worst 10 seconds I've ever seen. Thank you for the walkout being longer than the fight. You're wasting everyone's time. It's pissing me off. Where I did a post yesterday, and
All right, shut up, bitch. I heard enough of you already. So let's break that down. A lot of crazy claims actually in that video, and by the looks of things, if you didn't know who MGK was, you probably think he was some kind of like, you know, badass tough guy, or maybe perhaps a fighter or former fighter, or just someone who's a great street fighter who's been into a lot of scuffles before and definitely knows his way around throwing a punch. But then again, you actually look at his past and then you see things like this, and you gotta kind of question, who is this guy actually? Like why is this skinny, goofy, vampire looking nerd acting so tough on a Twitter video? It's actually kind of mind blowing. And then you dig a little bit deeper and you see things like this, where he's obviously with Megan Fox. I think that's who it is in that picture. But look at the way this man dresses on the regular. Like, he goes out in public looking like that. And also looking like this. This is probably my favorite one of all, actually, is this one here. Literally looks like a gay vampire, Village People groupie. You know that band from the 80s that sang the YMCA? That one? Yeah, he looks like he could be this dude's like gay butt buddy or something. Or at the very least a groupie, groupie tag along to that Village People group in general. But like, that's who is saying this stuff about McGregor, Mr. Tough Guy here in the video. Oh yeah, we took him out and we threw him and he tried to punch me in my face. I didn't even flinch. So like, that's where the source is coming from. It's a lot of delusion, actually. It's a lot of delusion. And the reality of the situation is, because I actually watched this video a couple of times through, because I saw it originally when it first came out, the VMA. It was a VMA show, I think maybe 5 years ago or so, 2021-ish, something like that. It was right after the third McGregor Poirier fight, right after he snapped his leg, like completely shattered it. Maybe a couple weeks after, a couple days after that, probably a couple weeks more realistically, if not like a month max. But it was right after that, and he can barely walk. He still has his cane. It's a cool cane actually, but he's walking around the carpet. Conor is, with this cane, and then he comes across this dipshit, Machine Gun Kelly, dressed like a fool yet again, and they had some words. He said something about like saying hi to Megan Fox, who's also seen right there. And then I guess Machine Gun Kelly felt, like he wasn't getting enough attention from McGregor himself. Maybe he felt like he's the one who should have been complimented. He's the one who should have been hit on by McGregor. he's the one who perhaps wanted to maybe go back to McGregor's hotel instead of Megan. Like, who knows? The options are endless for what could have triggered MGK to get so mad, but he got very upset. He said something to McGregor. You know how McGregor is. He's a fighter. He's a tough guy. He's a bit of a hothead. He said something to him like, we don't mess with you. We don't F with you or something like that. And then McGregor lost it and went after him. And this whole time, though, in the whole video, I couldn't find the video on Twitter, but it's on TikTok. I saw it many times on TikTok. So you could, if you want to look at the full video, it's like a minute or two long max. You can see the whole thing. Like, McGregor throws a drink at MGK. MGK does absolutely nothing about it. McGregor confronts him. He tries to swing his cane at him because there's like 5, 10 guys ahead of him. He couldn't reach him, so he tries to like just kind of whack him with the cane. And then he kind of like gets taken back, pushes back a little bit, taken back by some of his own guys, some of security. And then he sort of just like walks around them and then just like completely goes and swings at MGK again. And this is kind of like the picture here that you're seeing of the of that moment. And he took like that swipe at MGK. But again, the whole time there's like 10 people in between them two the whole time. So MGK sitting here acting like he's this big tough guy. He stood his ground. He this and that. He tried to fight McGregor. McGregor didn't want it, or McGregor, didn't scare him. This is the best picture of MGK, and it's him just standing straight for about 2 seconds. And then when McGregor's like getting close, he's backing away the entire time, backing away from McGregor the entire time. At no point does he make a single step forward to try to attack McGregor. At no point does he like make any movement like he actually wants to fight McGregor, because he knows deep down he gets destroyed by McGregor. In a fist fight one-on-one without security and 10 people around, separating them two, McGregor drops him with one punch every single time. In a million fights, McGregor wins 1,000,000% of those fights. Every single time he beats him. MGK's got zero chance. He's not a fighter. He's a wimpy, nerdy little bitch in reality. And so like, it's just hilarious to act like, the after accounts of like him saying, oh, we tossed you out. I stood my ground. I didn't flinch this. And actually by the end of the video, like, he's backing away the whole time in the video. And by the end of it, he's like, Megan's like terrified because she's, a little woman and she doesn't want to, get beat up or whatever. Like, there's a lot going on. She's terrified and she's like whimpering away, understandably. But then like 2 feet behind her is MGK also whimpering away, following Megan out of there and totally getting away from McGregor. So it's like 5 years later, MGK comes out with like this reaction video of how tough he is. And, we threw him out. First of all, McGregor was never thrown out by anybody, not, especially, least of all, you. And not even your team threw him out. They just separated you guys, and that was the end of it. And McGregor didn't get close enough to hit you in the face. He tried to. You didn't. You were backing up. And it's just hilarious when celebrities do this. And here's McGregor, by the way, who threw the drink right at MGK. MGK got hit by the drink and did absolutely nothing about it. So that's the facts of the case. And just like a lot of people online trashing McGregor, they don't know what they're talking about.
Probably apologize. He don't age the same.
He's so corny. Look at this shit. This is so corny.
You wouldn't say it to his face. I already did.
No, you didn't. You absolutely did not.
Punching up and missing. Buddy, you look like a drunk, ugly extra in a Sherlock Holmes movie. What in the 19...
And you look like this dude. You look like a gay vampire who wants to be part of the village people, an extra or a groupie. That's what you look like on the regular, dude. You're a fool. You're a clown. You're a dipshit, and you never got in a fight in your entire life, and it's clearly shown by the way you act and the way you dress and your skinny little frail frame. So keep your mouth shut, MGK. Know better. Stay in your little weird lane with all your little Holly weirdo vampire friends, and leave my boy McGregor out of your mouth, okay? Let the man heal in peace. He's going to be coming out with his MRI results. It looks to me more like a meniscus tear based off of guys like Dr. Sutterer and his reaction to it. The guy's been pretty spot on. So it looks more like, and I'm hopeful for this, but more like, say, 3 to 6 months, closer to 3 to 4 months maybe of a recovery, and then like, back into training, maybe 3 or 4 months of training, and he could be back. He could even well be back by the end of the year. It's possible. I don't think it's likely, but it's possible he could still fight by the end of the year, maybe early next year, January, February, March-ish. or maybe right in time for that last contract, which that last fight on his contract, which was supposed to be for that April. It was scheduled supposedly for April anyway, so I'm sure he could be back by then if it is a meniscus tear, which it looks like it is. But anyways, we'll see. We'll wait and see. We can't keep jumping to conclusions about McGregor. He made the walk. He made the recovery in terms of his last leg injury. He got sober. He did all these good things. Let's give him a break and see what happens next time. That's the way I see it. Something was definitely off in that first fight, his energy, this and that. Something was a little off for sure. But all this hate, man, it's crazy. But that's it for today. If you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more videos and just like it.